right at 50 it comes into you at. So, Mr. Customer, rather than going and buying that new Suburban, wouldn't you like to have a nice little motorhome that you can finance for how long? Forever, right? So, it's a nice little coach, especially going into this time of year, guys. It's really important on the Class C's because this is Class C season. We're in the heart of Class C season right now. You guys know the buyer has become more local, and so, not local. So, well, maybe loco too. But it's pretty cool that take a look at this little island we have right here, and we have this little 22-foot coach that fits right here on this island. So it's great to be able to go through your grocery shopping on the weekend. You can park it in a regular space. And Mario, I'm going to put you on the spot quick. What's your favorite feature of this coach that you told me the other day?
Front cap.
The front cap. Why is that your? Tell me the analogy used because I thought that was great. Sorry, he's eating. While he's finishing that, we're going to divert to Jim back here for a second. Jim came out earlier and he was talking about when he used to work up at a competitor locally here. And they had the Coachman Shasta product, right? Which is a direct competitor to this product price point wise. Little 22, 23-foot coaches. So what are a couple... What are a couple of the things that we talked about this morning that if you get that customer that says, boy, I'm looking at a Shasta, boom, they can come right into your mind that you know you have in this product over that product?
Your power windows and locks are standard on this. They're not on the Shasta. You don't have a residential style sink and faucet in the Shasta. This has more storage capacity than the Shasta, and the Shasta actually comes in about $2,000 to $3,000 higher than this coach does. I mean, that's just a couple of things. Okay. But, yeah.
How about heat ducts up off of the floor? Does Shasta have that?
They're on the floor.
Okay, how about full basement construction on every Class C that we build? Full basement construction on here. Big pass-through storage in the back. Did they have that on there?
One model.
On one model they had that back there. Okay. How about tough ply roof? Did they have a tough ply roof?
No.
Okay. What do they use?
Roof.
They use a rubber roof, guys, on theirs. We use tough ply. What's the benefit of tough ply? Who can tell me about a tough ply roof?
Easy to be repaired.
Easy to be repaired. It's UV and ozone resistant. It's resistant to salt spray and highway chemicals that they use up north on the roads in the wintertime. It wraps down in the transition area where your vacuum bonded sidewall and your vacuum bonded roof connect. That tough ply roof pulls down over the top of there, and it gives you added protection against any kinds of water getting down inside of there. They don't have vacuum bond, do they? So we use a vacuum bonded sidewall, a vacuum bonded roof, a vacuum bonded floor, and if the coach has a slide out room on it, all of those components on the slide out room are all vacuum bonded as well. So what's really cool now is for 2012, I posted some things up here. This is our 22C model, obviously. But for 2012, we've got a 23B model, which we had last year. You guys did very well with it. So I want everybody to make sure they walk inside this coach because this is a unique floor plan. Who told me they had a customer the other day that came in? Was it you, Jim? Okay. Jim had a customer come in the other day. They specifically didn't want a bed down on the floor in their coach. So this would be a great option, especially if you get that local Floridian buyer who wants to go out and use this on the weekends, go over to Coquina Beach or Indian Rocks Beach and pull up and be able to look out this big window in the back, have the kids come in for lunch. There's a big C-shaped dinette in the very back of the coach that does also go down into a bed. But then you also have your 54 by 80 inch bed up in the cab over as well. So you've got two sleeping positions in a little 22-foot coach. And speaking of building that whole idea of how they're going to use this coach, take a look at how big this awning is out here. You're in a 22-foot coach. Pretty much this awning takes up the whole side of this motorhome. Lots of room underneath here that we could pull a picnic table underneath here or put our lawn chairs out here and enjoy the day. So it gives you lots of patio space. There's no slide out impeding into your patio area. So that's a nice feature as well. We build all of our Class C's at Fleetwood just like we build our Class A's. Make sure you tell customers like that. A lot of our competitors out there in the marketplace, there's a reason why their coaches are so cheap. And they do it differently. They build them differently in their Class Cs than they do in their Class As. They don't always use the same materials. Do we use tough ply roof on a Discovery? Yep. Do we use tough PEX plumbing on a Bounder? Yep. Do we use tough coat sidewall material on an Expedition? Absolutely. All the same stuff that we use in our Class Cs, we use in our Class As. How about vacuum bond construction? Do we use vacuum bonded sidewalls, ceilings, floors in an American Coach product? Absolutely we do. Our Class Cs are built just like our Class As are built. So that's a huge selling feature as well. Other things that we have up on here, the price. We talked about where this comes in. This has a full MSRP of $65,000 on this 22-foot coach. We talked about the full-length patio awning. Some other things on the outside of here, if you take a look at the storage, lots of storage on the outside of here. But also we have a steel powder-coated rear bumper on here. This little end cap pulls off. This is a great place to put your sewer hose if you want to put it inside of there. You can do that on this coach. And then on the inside of this coach, because I always like to give you 10 things on the inside or 10 things on this coach that you can sell. I want everybody to, if you haven't been inside this coach, make sure you go inside of it so you're familiar with the floor plan. It's the first coach your customers see when they come to the top of this hill. So take a look over here, make sure you walk them over here and show them this coach. 3,303 pounds of carrying capacity on this motorhome on a Class C. That's huge. When you take a look at the inside, right from the door, you can see the heat ducts are located up off of the floor. Do we build any coaches that have heat ducts down in the floor? Everything we build, the heat ducts are up off of the floor, integrated into the cabinetry. Why that's important, especially in this coach, you're going to be bringing your kids. They're going to be bringing their grandkids and bringing the sand and the dirt on the inside of the coach. Do you want that to all get down inside of those heat ducts that go down into your heating system? And then as soon as you turn your heat on, what happens? All that yucky dirt comes up into the inside of the coach. Plus, it's much easier to keep your coach clean. And also, if you ever step on those in bare feet, those grates that are down on the floor, it's not the most pleasant feeling in the world. We talked about the residential sink inside of here. This is a stainless sink inside of here, and it has a pull-out wand with a spray hose on it for the sink. Also in the toilet area. What kind of toilet does a Shasta use? They have a plastic toilet. Okay, this is a China bowl toilet inside this little Class C motorhome. So pretty cool stuff on here, wouldn't you agree? Yeah. And of course it's made by Fleetwood. And does everybody now know that you have 2 Fleetwood reps here on site at Lazy Days? How many of you didn't know that? Okay. You have me on the sales side, and we have a service rep here on site now. His name is Dave Matzinger. He's located right down next to Jeff Bartolacci across from the Learning Center. So if you need him to talk to customers on any service-related issues, his #1 job, his #1 responsibility for being here at Lazy Days is to help sales by making the coaches look good out on the lot. So chances are you've probably seen him. He's actually not much taller than I am, actually. And most every day he goes through all of the Crown Club coaches over there, so in the mornings you'll probably see him out in that neck of the woods. He's going through, he's turning on stuff, he's making sure, I think he's replaced 300 light bulbs since he's been here already in coaches, because he's going through, and I told him, I said, guys, listen, what I want you to do is when these guys go out to show a motorhome, they shouldn't have to be overcoming objections right away. These things should be standing tall out here. If they need washed, we need to know about it. If something needs fixed or repaired inside the coach, we need to know about it. He can take care of a lot of things, and then he also has a system for getting with Eddie Crowell, who's helping him take care of a lot of the issues on the coaches out there. So hopefully you guys have seen those coaches looking better out there on the lot. Okay? Any questions so far on anything? Anybody know how long Tioga's been out in the marketplace? About 1972, you're right.